I think coaching really does enhance leadership skills.
It's already given me a sense of renewed purpose and increased focus.
The coaching has made a difference to me, but it's also made a difference to my contribution to the organisation.
By enhancing their leadership skills, that's got to improve care for patients.
You feel that you're being invested in.
I have driven through some changes that I think have direct impact on patients.
It's making me a better leader.
Having the opportunity to have a coach has greatly enhanced my leadership skills. From a coaching perspective, it's very much about the coach encouraging the coachee to think for themselves, to find the solutions and answers to the issues that they've brought forward for discussion themselves. This is very much about proactive thinking about what it is that you need to do in order to either deal with the situation or really shaping the way you think about what you might need to do next.
Well, I think I've got a brilliant coach, but obviously I'm biased. And I think probably the relationship that I would have with him is that he's somebody, it's like a sounding board, and he gives me an honest reflection of the way that I approach things. Gives you that energy and that focus to go ahead.
The coaching's enhanced my leadership skills in a number of ways. One that I'm particularly aware of is my understanding of how power is used and how what you say when you're in a powerful role is very different, and the understanding given by my coach made me use my power much more subtly and effectively.
Coaching does help leaders in their leadership skills and actually their impact within the system. It's my job's not to tell them what to do, my job's not to give advice, it's about just giving them a place to actually think about, work on, focus on their questions and actually tap into their strengths, their qualities, to find a way for them to actually move forward on the question that's important to them.
There is an assumption that when you start to get into some of the senior roles that everything is okay and that you're very au fait with what you're supposed to do or how you're supposed to deal with situations. That's not always the case, and I found that actually having a coach, having somebody that I can share those issues with, but somebody who actually puts it back to me to really think through that issue and come up with the solution has been enormously beneficial.
I certainly remember one day when I very nearly cancelled. I thought, I don't have time for this, I can't possibly manage coaching on top of everything else. And actually at the end of that, I realised that having had the space to reflect, having the time to think through what I was doing, why life was so pressured, I actually did my job much better.
Having somebody that has no vested interest in the outcome of the conversation, of having somebody that it's entirely confidential, so all of the insecurities that you might feel inside that you absolutely would not want to share with your line manager for fear of feeling a failure or feeling stupid, you can absolutely have that safe place in which to discuss those.
Well, I think I benefited quite a lot. Certainly after one of our sessions, I chaired one of our board meetings. I did that in a much more succinct way because it gave me the awareness of how to communicate and really just how to facilitate.
Health education in England, Yorkshire and the Humber very much sees the importance of creating inclusion, involvement and contribution, and we think coaching is really important to that, because when we work from a coaching mindset and a coaching approach, that's about actually really connecting with people, helping them find their strengths, helping them identify what's important to them. So when we work in that way, people come to life more and they can make far more of a difference.
I feel it's definitely enhanced my leadership skills. I'd got to a point where I was very confused about my future. I was having a bit of a difficult time at work. My confidence was going, and my coach has really been able to put that back into perspective. I feel alive again, I feel much more energetic. He's increased my confidence, and I'm really seeing the value in my leadership again.
Coaching and mentoring gives you that balance of what can make a difference and the support that you need with the changes that are ahead.
It means that you're more effective in what you're doing for the organisation, and that then benefits patients.
It develops better leaders, it develops more confident leaders, it develops leaders who have much more clarity around the role that they play in actually making the NHS better for everybody, both for the staff that work within it, but most importantly for the patients that receive it.